love the Eagles as much as we do, then hit that subscribe button and stick with us at Eagles Nest News for all the drama, updates, and hype all season long. In a move that has sent shockwaves through the entire football world, the Philadelphia Eagles have reportedly set their sights on a player whose presence alone could redefine the very identity of their offense. Sources close to the organization suggest that Aaron Charles Rodgers, the iconic quarterback who has spent years building a legacy with the Pittsburgh Steelers, may be making an unprecedented move to Philadelphia. The whispers started quietly, almost as if the sports world collectively held its breath. But as the rumors gained traction, fans and analysts alike began to speculate wildly about what this could mean for the landscape of the National Football League. Rodgers, known for his precision, football IQ, and uncanny ability to read defenses like an open book, has long been the subject of trade discussions, but few could have predicted that such a seismic shift might actually be in motion. The Eagles, a team hungry for a commanding presence under center, have allegedly been in discreet talks, exploring not just the logistics of acquiring Rodgers, but also the potential cultural and strategic impact he would have on a locker room that has been evolving rapidly. If true, this development would not merely represent a player changing teams. It could mark a turning point in how elite quarterbacks navigate the late stages of their careers, balancing legacy, opportunity, and a relentless drive to win at the highest level. Observers are now trying to connect dots that span multiple seasons, examining past performances, leadership dynamics, and even the subtleties of contract negotiations, attempting to understand whether this move could realistically come to fruition or if it is merely another tantalizing speculation in a league that thrives on rumor and anticipation. As the possibility of Rodgers donning green and white continues to dominate sports chatter, analysts are diving into the tactical implications that such a move would unleash. Philadelphia's offensive schemes, traditionally built around a balance of athleticism and creativity, could suddenly transform into a quarterback-centric system tailored to Rodgers' unique skill set. Sources close to coaching staff hint that the Eagles are already imagining formations and play-calling adjustments that would maximize Rodgers' accuracy, decision-making, and leadership on the field. Beyond the X's and O's, the psychological impact of acquiring a player of Rodgers' caliber cannot be understated. Locker rooms are notoriously sensitive to shifts in hierarchy, and integrating a superstar with such a commanding presence would require careful management, delicate ego balance, and strategic communication. Rumors suggest that team executives have engaged in extensive deliberations not only on the financial and contractual side, but also on how Rodgers' personality and leadership style would align with the team's existing culture. Social media has erupted with speculation, as fans debate whether this would create an unstoppable duo or a volatile environment of clashing expectations. Pundits have gone so far as to project entire game plans, imagining scenarios where Rodgers orchestrates high-pressure drives, improvises with surgical precision, and elevates young talent through mentorship. The intrigue is compounded by the fact that Rodgers' legacy with the Steelers, while decorated, has long been a subject of discussion regarding fit, opportunity, and the pursuit of new challenges, fueling the narrative that a move to Philadelphia might be more than just a transfer. It could be a quest for reinvention, redemption, and ultimate glory in a league where every decision is scrutinized, celebrated, and dissected. The financial ramifications of such a blockbuster acquisition are equally staggering, with insiders hinting that negotiations have involved complex structures designed to appease both the Eagles' front office and Rodgers' long-standing agents. Contractual whispers suggest that creative solutions are being explored, including performance-based incentives, signing bonuses contingent on playoff success, and clauses that protect the team's long-term flexibility while rewarding a player who has consistently demonstrated elite performance under pressure. Analysts are dissecting every potential figure, from base salaries to guaranteed money, contemplating how such a deal would reverberate through salary caps, future draft plans, and the overall competitiveness of the franchise. Meanwhile, speculation is rife regarding the Steelers' willingness to entertain such a departure, with some sources suggesting internal debates about loyalty, timing, and legacy preservation. Every angle is being scrutinized, from Rodgers' personal motivations to the market pressures of media attention, sponsorship implications, and the inevitable tidal wave of fan reaction. Sports talk shows are already spinning endless what-if scenarios, imagining how rival teams might respond, how defensive coordinators would attempt to counter this new threat, and whether the strategic gamble could redefine the Eagles' identity for years to come. The rumor alone has ignited a frenzy of opinion pieces, podcasts, and social media threads, with fans and pundits alike dissecting historical precedents, previous quarterback trades, and the ripple effect such a high-profile acquisition could create across the league. The tension is palpable, as every insider hint, offhand comment, and cryptic tweet is analyzed for hidden meaning, fueling a narrative that seems both plausible and audacious in equal measure. Whispers of Rodgers' potential arrival have also sparked debates about the broader implications for quarterback mobility in the league. For decades, elite quarterbacks have been largely static, building legacies with a single franchise or negotiating carefully curated exits. A move to the Eagles would challenge this paradigm, illustrating how experience, skill, and strategic ambition can override traditional loyalties, reshaping the expectations placed on the league's most coveted players. Sports historians are already framing this as a moment that could redefine what it means to be a veteran quarterback, merging personal ambition with team strategy in ways that may influence negotiations for years to come. The potential shift also raises questions about the Steelers' future identity. How will the team adapt without Rodgers? And who will step up to fill both his statistical output and intangible leadership? Rumors hint that internal candidates are under consideration, while free agent scouts are feverishly analyzing available quarterbacks who might complement the Steelers' system. Meanwhile, Philadelphia fans are reportedly divided between exhilaration at the possibility of Rodgers leading the charge and anxiety about the pressures and expectations that such a superstar inevitably brings. Each day brings new interpretations of cryptic press conferences, training camp movements, and social media activity, creating an almost cinematic narrative of suspense and anticipation that captivates casual observers and die-hard fans alike. This unfolding story is not just about a trade. It is about legacy, risk, and the high-stakes theater that is professional football at its most dramatic. Beyond the tactical and financial dimensions, the cultural and emotional resonance of Rodgers' rumored move is equally captivating. Philadelphia has long been a city of passionate, sometimes demanding fans, whose loyalty and fervor are matched only by their intensity and scrutiny. The notion of a player of Rodgers' stature stepping into this environment raises questions about adaptability, media management, and the delicate art of balancing individual brilliance with collective cohesion. Rumor has it that team executives have been consulting psychologists, leadership experts, and veteran mentors to ensure that if Rodgers does indeed join the Eagles, the transition will be as smooth as possible. The narrative is compounded by Rodgers' personal story, a seasoned veteran whose career has been marked by both triumph and controversy, who has navigated the spotlight with a mixture of strategic discretion and unmistakable confidence. Fans are already speculating about interviews, press conferences, and the inevitable merchandising frenzy, imagining a market saturated with Rodgers jerseys, memorabilia, and promotional content. The social implications extend beyond the field, as media outlets weigh in on potential ratings boosts, sponsorship deals, and the symbolic significance of a player redefining his career trajectory. Every rumor, hint, and insider comment adds layers to the story, transforming what might otherwise be a routine trade discussion into a multidimensional spectacle of intrigue, strategy, and emotional resonance that captivates audiences on every level. Finally, the strategic calculus behind Rodgers' rumored move seems to extend far beyond immediate performance metrics. Sources suggest that the Eagles are considering not just short-term wins, but long-term legacy implications, playoff trajectories, and the potential to craft a narrative that positions the team as a dominant, forward-thinking organization capable of attracting elite talent for years to come. Analysts are speculating on everything from draft strategy adjustments to coaching staff realignments, imagining scenarios in which Rodgers' presence allows for experimental formations, audacious play calling, and mentorship programs designed to elevate the entire roster. The rumor, by its very nature, encourages fans to engage in predictive modeling, assessing how each game might unfold, how opposing defenses could react, and how momentum could swing in ways previously unimaginable. Meanwhile, Rodgers himself is reportedly weighing both personal and professional considerations, balancing competitive desire with legacy preservation and lifestyle choices, all while navigating the intense scrutiny of media and fan attention. Each leaked detail, from cryptic social media posts to speculative insider commentary, fuels a narrative that is part strategic analysis, part soap opera, and entirely captivating. The sports world is watching, waiting, and debating, caught in a whirlwind of anticipation that transforms speculation into collective obsession, as everyone from casual observers to die-hard analysts wonders, could this truly be the most consequential quarterback move in recent memory, or will it remain one of the league's most tantalizing what-ifs? Speculation about Aaron Rodgers' potential move to Philadelphia has ignited a frenzy among media outlets, social media platforms, and fan communities, creating a narrative that feels more like a suspense thriller than a simple sports rumor. Industry insiders suggest that conversations behind closed doors have reached a level of intensity rarely seen in the league, with executives, agents, and coaches weighing every possible variable to determine not only feasibility, but also the broader consequences. Analysts are dissecting Rodgers' recent performances with a magnifying glass, looking for patterns that might indicate readiness for a fresh start, resilience under pressure, and adaptability to a new offensive scheme. Meanwhile, fans are poring over every scrap of news, interpreting every tweet, cryptic statement, and body language as evidence of impending change. The online discourse has become a mix of optimism, skepticism, and wild projection, with some predicting a quarterback renaissance that could redefine the Eagles' trajectory, while others caution that such a move carries enormous risks, including locker room friction, scheme misalignment, and heightened media scrutiny. The sheer scale of speculation underscores the dramatic potential of the rumor, transforming what might have been a procedural transaction into a cultural event capable of shaping the narrative of the entire league for seasons to come. In essence, the possibility of Rodgers in Philadelphia has captured imaginations, inspiring endless debate about leadership, strategy, and the unpredictable dynamics of high-stakes professional football. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Behind the scenes, sources claim that the Eagles are meticulously analyzing how Rodgers' leadership style would mesh with the existing roster, particularly younger players who may be both inspired and intimidated by his reputation. The quarterback's ability to command attention, elevate teammates, and execute under extreme pressure is legendary. Yet the challenge lies in translating individual brilliance into collective success without disrupting team chemistry. Rumors suggest that detailed psychological assessments, mentorship plans, and communication protocols are being drafted to ensure a smooth integration, highlighting how far franchises are willing to go to accommodate a player of Rodgers' stature. Meanwhile, conversations surrounding the Steelers have taken on a strategic undertone, as management weighs the implications of potentially losing a franchise quarterback, considering backup options, and exploring free agent markets in case a trade materializes. Analysts have noted that such a high-profile transaction could set a precedent, influencing how veteran quarterbacks approach the twilight of their careers and how teams structure long-term contracts. The narrative is enriched by personal dimensions as well. Rodgers' desire for a new challenge, the allure of Philadelphia's passionate fan base, and the opportunity to leave an indelible mark on another franchise are all part of a complex calculus that combines ambition, legacy, and competitive drive. This speculation, though unconfirmed, has already become a lens through which fans evaluate team priorities, league strategy, and the very meaning of quarterback mobility in modern football. Financial considerations surrounding the rumored acquisition are rumored to be as intricate as the tactical planning itself, with sources indicating that the Eagles are prepared to structure a multi-layered deal capable of satisfying both Rodgers and the constraints of the salary cap. Performance-based incentives, playoff bonuses, and contractual flexibility are reportedly under discussion, highlighting the creativity required to orchestrate a transaction of this magnitude. Analysts speculate that such a deal would not only impact the Eagles' immediate budget, but also influence future drafts, free agency decisions, and overall roster construction, forcing the organization to balance ambition with prudence. Meanwhile, speculation about the Steelers' side of the negotiation is equally fascinating, with insiders debating whether the team would prioritize financial return, competitive continuity, or a combination of both. Fans have become amateur economists overnight, calculating every possible monetary scenario and debating the long-term viability of a high-profile quarterback acquisition. The rumors themselves have sparked media narratives about market dynamics, player valuation, and the evolving economics of elite athletes in professional football. Beyond money, the speculation hints at a broader cultural shift, where quarterbacks of Rodgers' stature have unprecedented leverage, creating ripple effects that extend far beyond a single team or season. In essence, the financial and strategic dimensions intertwine, generating a narrative that is part negotiation drama, part competitive chess match, and entirely compelling to anyone with a passion for football. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.